Now, many of you already know that, ladies and gents, yesterday we got to see the NEV insurance registration from some of our favorite EV stocks like NIO, where we saw NIO reporting total NEV insurance registrations of 4,200 now. Still on the very same day or yesterday, we saw, of course, the total estimate or total vehicles that NIO supplied to their supply chains for the year 2024 for the NIO model. Now, as seen on the screen, many of you might already know or have seen that NIO supplied 230,000 vehicles for the NIO brand. These 230,000, ladies and gents, it is the figure that NIO gave to their supply chain in preparation of the models that they expect to deliver for the year 2024. Now, one of the most important things to note about this figure and that report is that this 230 excludes the sub-brand figures or models that NIO intends or plans to sell for the year 2024, which is the most important thing, because, ladies and gents, as per the article, the sub-brand for NIO, ladies and gents, Alps, or namely Alps, it is the cash cow, or it is that investment which is expected to drive a lot of sales or bringing in a lot of sales onto the NIO stock, of which this 230 is not the end of the game or the end of the numbers for 2024, but we know that things or massive things could still happen coming from the sales that NIO could generate from their sub-brand. This is something that is very important. But of course, before we dig deep into this video, you already know that this video is just an entertainment video, not a professional financial advice video. I would appreciate if you can just hit the like button if you do enjoy the content that I'll be giving you about the figures or the estimates that we are to expect to see, or the 230,000 estimate that NIO gave to their supply chain of the NIO models. And most of you know that NIO is one of the stocks that I talk a lot about on this channel, because I believe in their fundamentals and their future prospects, and I believe that those that are persevering through these headwinds of the share price are definitely going to be rewarded. So yes, without wasting any more of your time, NIO came out with 230,000 and said that that figure, of course, excludes, of course, their sub-brand. So what usually happens is that automakers or these EV makers, it is said that they always give out these figures to their supply chains, and they usually over-predict in terms of the numbers they expect to sell in preparation, of course, of the next coming year, which is something that we know that chances are NIO might not deliver 230, but chances are we might see, of course, NIO sales surpassing the 200 mark, or the 200, of course, deliveries. This is something that is good. But one of the most important thing to note, which is a very major catalyst for NIO coming in 2024, it is the cash cow, as the reports say, and that is the NIO, or the starting of the deliveries of their sub-brand, namely Alps. Alps, it is the vehicle that I think those that are investing onto NIO, we cannot wait to see NIO start with the deliveries of that model, because that is a model which is expected to be a bit cheaper than the NIO models, which is something that, of course, it will attract, or it is expected to attract, more sales into NIO. So come the second half of 2024, we'll be seeing, of course, NIO starting with the deliveries of this sub-brand, namely Alps, which to me, I think this is a model that will take NIO to the promised land, or this is a sub-brand model that will take NIO to the promised land in 2024. As I have been saying, my prediction is that in 2024, or in Q3, Q4, probably Q4 of 2024, we'll see NIO probably breaking even in terms of their earnings, meaning that we could see NIO turning into a profitable company, which is something that will be so amazing. And we cannot dispute that, because NIO, in terms of planning wise, we have seen that they are trying to strategize to make their business more efficient and saving cost, which is something that, of course, that it just has to show us or give us a glimpse of saying that NIO is in preparation of becoming a profitable company very soon, which that, as a new investor, makes me to be really excited and makes me to get or take this low trading price as opportunities to load more shares, to scoop in more shares, because blue sky is coming. I mean, from there, of course, NEO's potential acquisition of their Jack Neo assets, which will make them, of course, produce their own cars, to cutting 10% of their jobs and cutting projects that don't make financial sense in the next coming 3 years. That, to me, it is something that, as a new investor, makes me to be really excited and makes me think that NEO, it is getting ready to hit profitability probably in the Q4 of 2024. So I'm very excited about this. And yeah, the 230,000, I know to some others it might be a bit low, but remember that NEO this year could deliver somewhere around probably just over 160,000, of which that 230, if NEO still gets to that, it will be a 50% increase year over year, which is something that will, or that is a good thing. So I'm very excited personally, and I think the low trading share prices, I'm saying, ought to be taken as opportunities, because, ladies and gents, NEO is not just coming up with the plans, or the plans that they are implementing. They are not just implementing, but they are implementing in preparation of probably next year, or what they want to achieve, or their targets for next year, which part of the target, I think, is to break even in Q4 of 2024. Otherwise, with all that, guys, I just thought to just give you these quick updates. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button, comment, and subscribe here. And once you subscribe, don't forget to hit or click that notification bell so that at least to get notified by YouTube every time I drop a new content. Otherwise, that's all from me, and I wish you nothing but the best in the stock market investing journey. And before you buy NEO for the very first time, it is always good that you do your own due diligence, so that at least you don't get to panic sell when you see the volatility, or when you experience the volatility that comes with stocks like NEO. So it is always good you do your own due diligence, so that at least you can be comfortable as you are investing onto this stock. Otherwise, I'm very excited, because it looks like for the year 2024, NEO still plans or maintains to deliver an average of 20,000 vehicles on a month to month. That is, of course, the derivation that, or that is what we are deriving from the 230,000 vehicles, which, of course, they handed, or they gave to their supply chains. So this is something that makes me to be excited, because on average, we are to expect NEO to continue delivering around 20,000 vehicles on a month to month, which is something that is pretty good, or improvement, looking at the kind of vehicles that on average NEO was producing for 2023. Otherwise, that's all from me, and God bless you all.